Hello there, I'm Elyssa Vulpes, and today I want to tell you a little bit about home recording, especially when it comes down to guitar. I've recorded 9 albums and I learned on the go and also went to college and learned a few bits and bobs. So today I want to tell you a little bit about what I've learned so you don't have to go through the same mistakes and you can get started quicker. It's better to have a room that's not square. This is for reasons that an acoustic engineer can explain better than I can. But an irregular shaped room is better than a regular shaped room. Also, it's important that the room is not empty, that you have stuff in the room, especially on the walls. Because if you have a room that doesn't have anything in it, it will be very reverberate. And that's not necessarily a good thing, because what you want is to have a room that's as dry as possible so that then you can add your reverb on top once you've already recorded your sound. The second thing you will need, of course, is a computer, and you can have a PC or a Mac. I started with PC and then I jumped onto Mac, and I must say I prefer Mac. It's much easier, it breaks less, but it is more expensive. In terms of software, Audacity is really easy to understand and for a beginner it's fine. Then you can move to other versions that are more expensive. I use Logic. That's usually preferred by people that don't only use audio but MIDI as well. Otherwise, ProTools is the standard for recording acoustic instruments. Then you will need an audio card. Now there's internal audio cards, external audio cards. To be honest, I prefer external audio cards, and you don't need a massive one. You can just get a small one. I used to have a big one that was really expensive and really heavy. And now I use Babyface Pro. It's really good. And they don't pay me to say this. Now of course you will need a cable, an XLR cable to connect the microphone to your audio card, and that brings me to the microphones. You can get a mic for vocals, a mic for guitar, a mic for violin, whatever, and of course for drums. But if you don't have a lot of money, just get one good condenser microphone. Well, of course you need a good acoustic guitar. Needless to say, it's much better to record with a guitar that actually sounds good than with a shitty one. Obvious, It's good to also change your strings a few days before you record, because strings tend to kind of get out of tune, so you don't want to have that problem while you record. But if you change the strings just a few days before, then you should be fine. Always check your tuning and make sure that you check your beats per minute. Well, you need to basically figure out how fast or slow the song is. Now, I used to record without a click track. Doesn't work. I used to think it was like, this sign that I'm an artist, I am just free from click tracks. But really, a lot of the time it just ends up being really messy. So figure out what your BPM of the song is before you even start recording. You will also need headphones and monitors. Now, headphones are necessary because when you record guitar, you have to do it in isolation if you want to do a good job. I mean, you could do a live recording, which means basically play guitar and sing at the same time, all in one track. But the problem with that is that you can't really edit. Say you make a mistake on the guitar and the voice is perfect, well, you can't really change that. So the advantage of recording separate tracks on your DAW is that you can then make multiple takes of the same thing and just choose the perfect ones. So I would strongly recommend always having just one track per instrument. So that means that you will need headphones, because you will need, for example, if you want to sing on top of a guitar, well, you can't actually hear the guitar on the speakers while you are playing, otherwise you will re-record that guitar again. Today I'm just going to show you what I mean. I'm going to go through the process with you of what I usually do when I record guitar, acoustic guitar that is. So let's get started. I mean, I've recorded pretty much all my songs with this one microphone. The thing is, it's important to put the microphone in the right place. In my case, I like to put it so that it's facing at an angle, so that way you get a little bit of noise from here, but not too much. And then you have mainly the sound coming from the hole. I have one good microphone and I've used it for my voice and my guitar. Obviously, I make sure that my guitar is always tuned. I always do a bit of a test run, you know, before I actually record anything. So I've got a bit of the sound of the room, but it's not too bad because this room, even though it's not supposed to be a recording studio, it's a bit of an unusual shape. It's not a square and it's full of things, so it's quite padded, so you don't get too much reverb, but you don't get completely dry. The other thing is that I like to monitor through my RME Babyface, that's what it's called, my audio card. But I like to monitor through it so that I'm not monitoring through Logic, because that would give me a bit of a delay in the signal. The next thing I have to do now is figure out how many beats per minute the song is, and in this case it's 125, I think. And then I'll just record only the guitar. You have to record it without the actual voice, a bit like this. It's a bit weird. So now I've recorded my guitar tracks on Logic. All I need to do is choose the ones I want and then mix them. But I can show you that in a different video. So this is all for now. Happy recording!